If you thought you knew epic battles in manga, Supreme Taoist is about to rewrite that standard. Our journey begins not with a grand hero, but with a forgotten past, a past shrouded in mystery and immense power. Imagine an existence where the very fabric of reality bends to your will, where cultivation is not just a path, but a destiny. This is the world where our protagonist, a being of immense potential, once reigned supreme, only to find himself stripped of his memories and cast into a new, unfamiliar era. The echoes of his former glory whisper through time, promising a resurgence that will shake the heavens themselves. Eons ago, a supreme being, a Taoist of unparalleled might, stood at the apex of all existence. His name, lost to the annals of history, once commanded reverence and fear across countless realms. He was a force of nature, an embodiment of the cosmos, whose cultivation reached heights unimaginable to mortals and immortals alike. Yet, even the greatest powers can face unforeseen calamities. A cataclysmic event, a betrayal, or perhaps a cosmic reset, plunged him into an endless slumber, erasing not just his memories, but almost every trace of his existence from the universe. Now, in an age far removed from his original dominion, he awakens. Not as the supreme being he once was, but as a young man named Yi Xian, seemingly ordinary, yet bearing the faint, lingering embers of his former glory. This rebirth is both a blessing and a curse. While he has a chance to reclaim his lost power, he must navigate a world vastly different from the one he knew, a world where his immense potential lies dormant, waiting to be rekindled. The true challenge isn't just regaining his memories, but understanding who he is in this new reality, and what his purpose truly entails. The initial moments of his awakening are filled with confusion and a profound sense of displacement. He feels a power within him, an instinctual understanding of cultivation techniques, yet his current body is weak, unable to harness even a fraction of his true capabilities. This disparity creates a deep internal struggle, a constant frustration as he grapples with the limitations of his new form. The whispers of his past self, though faint, serve as a constant reminder of the strength he once wielded, fueling a burning desire to reclaim what was lost. He is an emperor trapped in the guise of a commoner, and the burden of that knowledge weighs heavily on his spirit. Amidst his confusion, a crucial clue emerges, a fragment of his past that hints at the scale of his former power. It's not a grand revelation, but a subtle resonance, a faint echo of a technique he once mastered. This small spark ignites a glimmer of hope, proving that his memories aren't entirely gone, merely hidden. He begins to sense the subtle energies of the world around him, feeling the flow of chi in ways others cannot, a clear indication that his innate connection to cultivation remains. This discovery becomes his first step, a fragile thread leading him back to his true self. His newfound awareness quickly draws unwanted attention. In this new world, even the smallest display of unique talent can be perceived as a threat or an opportunity by those who seek power. He finds himself caught in a minor skirmish, a test of his current abilities against a local bully or a lesser cultivator. This confrontation, though seemingly insignificant, forces him to tap into his latent powers, revealing glimpses of his true potential to himself and to others. It's a moment of both danger and discovery, as he realizes how much of his former self is still buried within, waiting to burst forth. The reaction to his unexpected prowess is immediate and impactful. Those who underestimated him are left stunned, their arrogance replaced by shock and fear. Yi Xian, despite his lack of full memory, feels a surge of satisfaction, a primal joy in overcoming adversity. He witnesses the awe and terror in the eyes of his opponents, a familiar feeling from his past life, even if he can't fully recall why. This moment serves as a powerful affirmation, a confirmation that the supreme being he once was is not entirely gone, merely dormant, waiting for the right moment to awaken completely. As the dust settles, Yi Xian retreats into himself, contemplating the implications of his actions. He understands that simply reacting to threats won't be enough. He needs to proactively seek out the truth of his past, to understand the forces that brought him to this new life. The path ahead is fraught with danger, but also with the promise of rediscovery. He feels a growing determination, a resolve to not only regain his memories and power but to forge a new destiny, one that might even surpass his former glory. The Supreme Taoist is not just returning, he is evolving. If you thought you knew epic battles in manga, Supreme Taoist is about to rewrite that standard. Our journey begins not with a grand hero, but with a forgotten past, a past shrouded in mystery and immense power. Imagine an existence where the very fabric of reality bends to your will, where cultivation is not just a path, but a destiny. This is the world where our protagonist, a being of immense potential, once reigned supreme, only to find himself stripped of his memories and cast into a new, unfamiliar era. The echoes of his former glory whisper through time, promising a resurgence that will shake the heavens themselves. Our protagonist, now known as Lin Xian, finds himself ensnared in a web of deceit and power struggles far beneath his true potential. The weight of his forgotten past presses down on him, a constant reminder of the power he once wielded and the identity he must reclaim. He is surrounded by those who underestimate him, their petty squabbles a stark contrast to the cosmic battles he once commanded. Yet, within this mundane existence, sparks of his former self ignite, revealing glimpses of the terrifying strength that lies dormant. The path to awakening is fraught with peril, but the call of destiny is undeniable. Lin Xian's journey of rediscovery is not a solitary one. He encounters allies and adversaries, each interaction a step further into the labyrinth of his own history. His actions, seemingly small, ripple through the cultivation world, drawing the attention of powerful factions. The mundane world begins to crack, revealing the hidden layers of spiritual energy and ancient techniques that govern it. He feels a pull, an instinct guiding him towards a truth that could either restore him to glory or shatter his very being. The stakes are immense, for his resurgence could either bring salvation or utter chaos. The whispers of his past begin to coalesce into tangible memories, fragments of a forgotten era. Lin Xian starts to piece together the puzzle of his identity, each revelation a jolt of power and understanding. He remembers the vastness of the cosmos, the intricate dance of creation and destruction he once commanded. This burgeoning power, however, is a double-edged sword. It attracts unwanted attention, drawing him into conflicts far grander than those of this current era. The world around him is slowly realizing that Lin Xian is not just another cultivator, but a legend reborn, a force of nature awakening from a long slumber. As Lin Xian's true power begins to manifest, he faces his first true test. An opponent, arrogant and powerful, stands in his way, unaware of the sleeping giant they have provoked. The air crackles with anticipation, the tension palpable as Lin Xian prepares to unleash a fraction of his returning strength. This is more than a battle, it's a statement, a declaration that the Supreme Taoist has returned. His movements are precise, his techniques devastating, each strike echoing with the might of an ancient deity. The world holds its breath, witnessing a power it thought long forgotten. The initial confrontation serves as a mere prelude to the escalating conflicts that lie ahead. Lin Xian's actions send ripples through the cultivation world, alerting ancient sects and hidden masters to his presence. He is no longer an unknown, but a target, a mystery that many seek to unravel or exploit. The stakes climb higher with each encounter, forcing him to delve deeper into his forgotten techniques and adapt to a world that has changed drastically since his time. He understands that to fully reclaim his past, he must face the present's most formidable challenges head-on, no matter the cost. Amidst the battles and the pursuit of power, Lin Xian uncovers an ancient artifact, a relic intertwined with his past. This discovery is not merely an object, it's a key, unlocking more profound memories and revealing secrets long buried. The artifact pulses with an ancient energy, guiding him towards a hidden truth about his banishment and the forces that sought to erase him from history. He realizes that his struggle is not just for personal reclamation, but for something far greater, a cosmic imbalance that only he can rectify. The weight of this destiny presses upon him, a silent vow to see it through. With new knowledge and a renewed sense of purpose, Lin Xian embarks on a path of intense training and preparation. He hones his skills, pushing the boundaries of his awakened power, each session a grueling test of endurance and will. He understands that the challenges ahead will demand everything he has, and possibly more. The enemies he faces are not just powerful, but cunning, their motives shrouded in mystery and malice. He must not only be stronger but wiser, anticipating their moves and planning his own with the precision of a master strategist. The fate of his past, and perhaps the future, rests on his shoulders. The stage is set for a monumental clash, a confrontation with a force that directly threatens his newfound understanding and his very existence. Lin Xian stands resolute, his eyes burning with the fire of his reclaimed power. The air crackles with raw energy as he unleashes the full might of the Supreme Taoist, a spectacle of cosmic proportions. This battle is not just about physical strength, it's a clash of wills, a test of his resolve against an ancient evil. He fights not just for himself, but for the echoes of his past, for the future he envisions, and for the balance of the realms. As the dust settles, the aftermath of the battle reveals the true cost of power and the ripple effects of his resurgence. Lin Xian emerges victorious, but not unscathed. The world around him is irrevocably changed, and new challenges loom on the horizon. His victory solidifies his position as a force to be reckoned with, but it also paints a larger target on his back. He understands that this is merely the beginning, a single chapter in a grander epic. The path ahead is uncertain, but his resolve remains unshaken, ready to face whatever destiny throws his way, always striving to fully reclaim the mantle of the Supreme Taoist. If you thought you knew epic battles in manga, Supreme Taoist is about to rewrite that standard. Our journey began not with a grand hero, but with a forgotten past, a past shrouded in mystery and immense power. Imagine an existence where the very fabric of reality bends to your will, where cultivation is not just a path, but a destiny. This is the world where our protagonist, a being of immense potential, once reigned supreme, only to find himself stripped of his memories and cast into a new, unfamiliar era. The echoes of his former glory whisper through time, promising a resurgence that will shake the very foundations of existence. The protagonist, still grappling with fragmented memories, faces the formidable challenge of the Blood Demon sect. Their dark arts threaten to engulf everything he holds dear, forcing him to confront not only his external enemies but also the internal void left by his lost past. He feels a primal urge to protect, a flicker of an ancient power stirring within him, pushing him to reclaim what was stolen. The weight of his forgotten destiny presses upon him, an unseen burden that fuels his resolve amidst the encroaching shadows. As the confrontation intensifies, our hero unleashes a technique he barely remembers, a move born from instinct and the deep recesses of his being. It's a testament to his innate power, a flash of brilliance that momentarily pushes back the darkness. Yet, this victory is fleeting, for the Blood Demon sect is more resilient than anticipated, their numbers seemingly endless. He understands that true power isn't just about raw strength, but about understanding the intricate dance of cultivation, a lesson he is quickly relearning. The fight takes a brutal turn as the Blood Demon sect reveals a monstrous, corrupted beast, a creature infused with dark energy. Its roars shake the very ground, and its presence threatens to overwhelm the protagonist. A surge of frustration and anger courses through him, mixed with a chilling realization of the true depths of his enemy's depravity. He knows that to overcome this, he must delve deeper into his forgotten techniques, risking everything to tap into the dormant power within. In a moment of sheer desperation, a forgotten memory flashes before his eyes, a glimpse of his true power, a fragment of his past glory. It's enough to ignite a new wave of resolve. He remembers a specific hand seal, a secret technique that could turn the tide. The stakes are higher than ever, and the fate of those around him rests on his ability to recall and execute this ancient art. His mind races, piecing together the broken fragments of his former self. With newfound clarity, he executes the technique, a brilliant display of spiritual energy that clashes violently with the monster's dark aura. The ground trembles, and the air crackles with raw power. This isn't just a fight for survival, it's a battle for his identity, a desperate attempt to reclaim the power that was once his. He pushes past his limits, each movement precise and potent, driven by the burning desire to protect and remember. The beast is wounded, but not defeated. The protagonist, though exhausted, feels a surge of exhilaration. He has tapped into something profound, something that transcends his current understanding. Yet, the cost is clear, his body screams in protest, and his energy reserves are dangerously low. He realizes that this journey of rediscovery is far from over, and each step comes with a heavy price. The true challenge lies not in defeating one foe, but in mastering himself. Retreating to recover, the protagonist begins to meditate, seeking to understand the nature of the power he just wielded. He feels a profound connection to the spiritual world, a sense of belonging that he hadn't felt since his awakening. He knows that the Blood Demon sect will return, stronger and more vengeful. This brief respite is not for rest, but for preparation, for forging the fragmented pieces of his memory into a cohesive weapon against the coming darkness. If you thought you knew epic battles in manga, Supreme Taoist is about to rewrite that standard. Our journey began not with a grand hero, but with a forgotten past, a past shrouded in mystery and immense power. Imagine an existence where the very fabric of reality bends to your will, where cultivation is not just a path, but a destiny. This is the world where our protagonist, a being of immense potential, once reigned supreme, only to find himself stripped of his memories and cast into a new, unfamiliar era. The echoes of his former glory whisper through time, promising a resurgence that will shake the heavens themselves. The world as he knew it had vanished, replaced by a modern age where his ancient powers were an anomaly, a forgotten relic. Yet, even without his memories, an instinct for survival, a burning desire to reclaim what was lost, ignited within him. He navigated this new reality, facing adversaries who underestimated his dormant strength, not realizing they were poking a slumbering dragon. Each challenge, each confrontation, chipped away at the amnesia, revealing glimpses of the terrifying power that once belonged to him, power that threatened to overwhelm his new, fragile existence. His path was not one of gentle rediscovery, but of brutal awakening. Enemies emerged from the shadows, some remnants of his past, others new threats drawn to his latent power. He battled not just for his life, but for the very essence of his identity, each strike a question, each victory a fragment of a forgotten answer. The stakes grew higher with every passing moment, as the veil over his past thinned, revealing not just a hero, but a force capable of unimaginable destruction or salvation. His very presence distorted the world around him. Now, the true test begins. With his memory slowly returning, fragmented but powerful, our protagonist stands on the precipice of his ultimate destiny. The forces arrayed against him are no longer mere mortals, but beings of immense spiritual energy, cultivators who wield power that could shatter mountains. He faces them not with fear, but with a cold resolve, a growing understanding of the vastness of his own strength. This is not just a fight, it is a declaration, a reassertion of his rightful place in the cosmos. As the final battle unfolds, the air crackles with raw energy. The ground trembles beneath their feet, the sky darkens, reflecting the sheer magnitude of the power unleashed. Our protagonist, now almost fully awakened, moves with a grace and ferocity that defies description. Each movement is a calculated dance of destruction, every punch a wave of pure spiritual force. He is a storm made manifest, tearing through his adversaries with a primal roar that echoes through dimensions. This is the culmination of his journey, the moment he truly reclaims his forgotten legacy. In a stunning turn, his true identity begins to fully coalesce. The fragmented visions solidify into a complete picture, a name, a legend. He is not merely a powerful cultivator, but something far more ancient, far more significant. The very beings he fights now recoil in terror, recognizing the formidable entity they dared to challenge. His enemies, once confident, now face the overwhelming reality of his past glory, their bravado crumbling into dust. The weight of his power is a tangible thing, suffocating all who stand against him. The battle culminates in a crescendo of cosmic energy. With a final, earth-shattering blow, our protagonist asserts his dominance. The remnants of his adversaries are scattered, their ambitions shattered, their power absorbed. He stands tall amidst the destruction, not as a victor celebrating, but as a being who has simply reclaimed what was always his. The world holds its breath, witnessing the rebirth of a legend, a Supreme Taoist returned to his rightful throne. His journey of rediscovery has ended, but a new era, defined by his presence, has just begun. The echoes of his power resonate across the land, a testament to his return. The questions that once plagued him have been answered, his memories restored, his strength boundless. But with this immense power comes a new purpose, a new responsibility. The path ahead is unknown, yet he walks it with unwavering confidence, ready to face whatever challenges the cosmos may throw his way. The Supreme Taoist has returned, and the universe will never be the same. This is not an ending, but a new beginning, a promise of grander adventures yet to unfold.